We all know that with golf, our swing differs on the range versus on the course, but how much of a difference is actually there? That's what we're going to find out in today's video. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out the HackMotion wrist sensors to find out exactly how my wrists perform at every moment of my golf swing, both on the driving range and on the golf course. This video is going to be broken down into the following chapters shown on the screen now. I will be making short form content around HackMotion as well, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any of those videos. If by the end of the video you decide that you would like to buy your own HackMotion sensor, I actually have a 5% discount code for you that you can redeem by clicking the link in my description or using code ALIA directly on the HackMotion website. HackMotion have three different models for their sensors: the Core, the Plus, and the Pro. The one I have in my hands here today is the Pro version. All three versions use the same sensor, but the key differences between the three levels is the different data and modes that it has. The Pro has all three modes: consistency, putting, and full data. However, all three models of the HackMotion devices have the same sensor, which means if you purchase one of the two lower level models, you can actually upgrade on their website after to give you the data that the next model up has. I have been using this device for the past couple of months, and I'm really glad that the sensor I have is the Pro version because of how much information it provides. Since I first started using this sensor a couple months ago, I have gone from a 24 handicap down to a 19 handicap. The HackMotion device is actually really simple and easy to set up, so let me show you how it's done. The first thing you need to do is to download the HackMotion Golf app to your phone. You'll then need to put the sensor onto your wrist. You can wear the sensor with or without a glove using the two different attachments provided, which allows you to practice both long and short form game. After that is done, turn on your sensor and connect it to the app. Once you're ready, you can start practicing. If you're just starting out, I would personally use the modes that HackMotion recommend in their app because it gives you a better understanding of how the device works. Also, if you use one of the recommended modes in the app, HackMotion at the end actually will tell you what is wrong with your swing and gives you drills on how to improve and fix that issue you're having. For the purpose of this video, however, I will be using the two modes under Advanced. Once you select the mode you want to use, it'll ask you to calibrate the sensor before you start practicing. This is to ensure that all the data it provides is accurate. Once that is all done, you're now ready to practice. We're now here on the driving range, and with the purpose of today's video being to compare my swing on the range versus on the course, what I'm going to do is swing each club in my bag once. What I'll also show on the screen alongside the footage of me swinging is the screen recording of my HackMotion app, so you can see the live data and feedback the app is providing for that particular swing. At the end of the video, I'll be comparing my swing on the range versus on the course alongside the data it provides so we can analyze what the differences are. With that being said, let's start swinging. Starting off with our 56 degree. 52 degree. Pitching wedge. 9 iron. 8 iron. 7 iron. Moving on to the hybrid, starting with my 6. 5 hybrid. 4 hybrid. 5 Moving on to the woods, I have my 5 wood. And finally, the big stick, my driver. That's the driving range complete. Let's head over to the putting green and collect that data. As mentioned earlier on in the video, HackMotion provide two different attachments to allow you to use the sensor with or without a glove on. So if you're having a practice session purely to focus on putting, you will be able to do so. Just a quick disclaimer before we play on the course. I don't normally putt with my glove on, but for the purpose of today's video and also to ensure that we're keeping up with the pace of play, I will be putting with the glove on. So when you see me collecting the data now on the putting green, I'll be be using my glove. Putting with a glove on with the sensor still provides us with all the data we need, so there won't be any issues there. I'm going to do 3 different putts to ensure we collect the data that we need. A short putt, a mid putt, and a long putt. Starting off with the short putt. Next up, the mid putt. And finally, the long putt. Now that we've completed our putting, let's head over to the course and play our 3 holes. Okay, the first hole that we're going to be playing is a 360-yard par 4, and the first club that I'll be using on this hole is my driver. Chunked it. Not the best of tee shots, but it's okay. We're focused on wrist movement today. Okay, so we have about 280 yards left in, so I'm going to use my 5-wood. Okay, so I have 135 yards left in, so I'm going to use my 6 hybrid. Okay, we have 95 yards left in, so now I'm using my 9 iron. I'm just short of the green here, so I'm going to bump and run with my 9 iron. So HackMotion didn't pick up on that one because it wasn't a full swing, but at least you got to see how my wrist was moving. Okay, let's see if we can 1 putt here. Lovely, that's the first hole complete. Let's go on to play the second hole. This next hole we have is a 288-yard par 4, and I'm going to start off with my driver. Lovely, straight down the middle. We have about 105 yards left in, so I'm going to use my 9 iron. Really nice shot. Okay, so we had a really nice strike there. Let's see if we can 1 putt for birdie. Oh, come on. Ooh. I'm gonna need to use the HackMotion putter training more because I just went from birdie to bogey. Nice! Let's go play our 3rd and final hole for this video. Okay, so 3rd and final hole for this video is a 162-yard par 3, and I'm going to tee off with my 5-wood. Pretty decent. Okay, so for the second shot, I'm going to use my 9 iron to bump and run. Again, with the chips, HackMotion doesn't pick up on it, but at least you guys got to see my wrist movement again. Okay, we now have our putter in hand for the 3rd shot. Not that we're thinking about the score, but let's see if we can make par. I'm overthinking my putts, you know, because I know HackMotion is immediately going to tell me if I'm doing a good or bad putt. Come on. I really need to use the drills from HackMotion for putting because what am I doing? Okay, HackMotion didn't pick up on that final putt, unfortunately, but that's okay. That is all 3 holes now played and completed. Let's go and analyze and compare our swings from the driving range to the course. On the course, these are the clubs that we used. A driver, a 5-wood, a 6 hybrid, a 9 iron, and a putter. So let's compare these swings on and off the course. Starting off with my driver, this I actually find interesting. For the driver swing that was in range, it was the shot that I sliced. However, with the one where I was too extended, I ended up hitting it straight. The fact that I managed to get my wrist position completely different on all 3 swings shows there's a lot of work that needs to be done here. Moving on to my 5-wood, not once did I manage to get this in range. The shot that was out of range ended up as a pull, and the on-course too extended shot was actually a beautiful fade. I love my 5-wood, but do find that I am recently quite inconsistent consistent with my shot shapes. Next up is my 6 hybrid, which we only used once on the course. However, the data remains consistent that both times I was too extended. To be honest, this doesn't surprise me as my hybrids are my least favorite clubs to hit, and at least now I have the data to back up my reasons why. Dropping further down the bag to my irons, I used this 4 times on the course. However, the HackMotion device only picked up one of those shots and not the other 3. I definitely prefer using my irons to my hybrids, and my swing is pretty consistent both on and off the course. I do, however, have a really bad over-the-top swing that I'm struggling to fix, so I'll be using my HackMotion device more often on the range to help me fix this. Lastly, we have our putter. We used our putter a total of 7 times over 3 holes, which is not ideal, especially that 6 of those strokes were from 2 3-putts. I'm going to use 2 shots from the practice green and 2 from on the course for our comparison. With the short to medium length putts, my data was actually really good. I was either 1 in the negative, 1 in the positives, or perfectly in range. However, when we look at my long putts, that's where we see our first red number. And with that, we have come to the end of the video. I'm not a pro or coach, etc, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video from the perspective of someone who doesn't necessarily have all the golf technical knowledge. My aim with this video was to make it as beginner friendly as possible because the data can honestly be quite overwhelming and hard to understand. So I hope I've given you a basic idea on how the HackMotion sensors work. And I also hope I've helped given you more insight as to whether you think this HackMotion device might be useful for you. If you do want to purchase a HackMotion device, you can use the link in my description for 5% off or use the code ALIA directly on the HackMotion website. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!